Dear students, I am going to explain the organs of speech. Do you know about the speech organs? Well, many of you might know the teeth, the tongue, the lips, but you need to know the other organs too. So let's see the organs of speech in the clear manner in this video. The respiratory system is important in the production of speech because we need air for speaking. For the production of most speech sounds of most languages in the world, we use the air that we breathe out. That is, especially expiratory lung air. The respiratory system consists of the lungs, the muscles of the chest, the windpipe, otherwise called the trachea. You can see the two tubes which enter the lungs. These two tubes are called bronchi. Each tube is called a bronchus. The organs of speech are the lips, the teeth, the tongue, the palate, the larynx, the pharynx, the nasal cavity, the oral cavity, and the vocal cords. What we call throat in everyday language is called pharynx. What we call Adam's apple is called larynx. Vocal cords. Two small bands of elastic tissue which can be thought of as two flat strips of rubber lying opposite to each other across the air passage. This is the movement of the vocal cords. The inner edges of the vocal cords can be moved towards each other or they can be drawn apart. When the vocal cords are brought close together, the air cannot pass. When the vocal cords are open, the air passes through the vocal cords. The space between the vocal cords are called glottis. When we produce certain speech sounds, the vocal cords are drawn far away from each other and air passes through the wide open glottis without affecting the vocal cords. Such sounds are called voiceless sounds. For example, sir. When we articulate certain speech sounds, the vocal cords are kept close to each other. When air from the lungs passes through them, the pressure of the air makes the vocal cords open and close rapidly. The rapid opening and closing of vocal cords are called vibration of the vocal cords. Sounds articulated with the vibration of the vocal cords are called voiced sounds. For example, z. Palate. Immediately after the front teeth, there is a hard surface on the roof of the mouth. The part of the gums immediately behind the upper front teeth is the alveolar ridge, which is otherwise called as teeth ridge or the alveolum. After the teeth ridge, the roof of the mouth changes its shape, but it continues to be hard and bony. This part is called hard palate. After this, the roof of the mouth becomes soft and fleshy. This part of the roof of the mouth is called the soft palate or the velum. After the soft palate, there is a soft fleshy part hanging loose. This is called uvula. The tongue. The tongue is divided into the tip, the blade, the front, the center, the back, and the root. The tip can be easily recognized. The blade of the tongue lies opposite to the teeth ridge. The front of the tongue lies opposite to the hard palate. The back of the tongue lies opposite to the soft palate. The center of the tongue lies between the front and the back. The root of the tongue lies beyond the back of the tongue. Oral sounds. When we articulate certain speech sounds, the soft palate is raised and so the nasal cavity is closed completely. So the air from the lungs escapes only through the mouth. Such sounds are called oral sounds. For example, p, t, k, nasal sounds. When we articulate certain speech sounds, the soft palate is lowered and so the nasal cavity is opened. The oral passage is closed using lips or tongue. So the air from the lungs can escape only through the nose. Such sounds are called nasal sounds. For example, m, n, ing. The lips, the teeth, the tongue, the palate, the larynx, the pharynx, the nasal cavity, the oral cavity and the vocal cords. These organs are helpful in producing speech sounds. Thank you. Thank you.